watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 9, covering the entire DMV. Maryland home explosion. Hours spent to put out the flames. But we've learned about the latest blast of a home right here in our region. And the Capitals craze. The team takes to the ice for postseason play after a major win in the district to keep them here until at least 2050. Report with the fans.
And skies are clearing overnight tonight, and that means some cooler temperatures for some of us. We'll talk about who's under a frost advisory and a freeze warning. Yeah, that's coming up.
And following the money from cutting down credit card debt, slashing student loans, to Virginia's drama surrounding skill games and funding the metro. Yep, we're tracking it all. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock this Sunday evening. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in Maryland. A house caught fire and exploded last night. Officials in Baltimore County say it happened on Ridgemore Road just after 11:15. Those flames put out just before 1:30 rather this morning. No injuries reported. 2 other homes recently exploded in the DMV, one in Arlington County, the other in Loudoun County, killing a volunteer firefighter. In Prince George's County, police say a man was killed after being hit by a car in Seabrook last night. We're told it happened around 8:40 on Annapolis Road. The driver of the car stayed at the scene. Police are still working to determine exactly what happened. And police in the district, they say that a teenager is in custody connected to this robbery at a CVS in the Navy Yard area. A group of people went into the store on New Jersey Avenue on Tuesday night. Police say a security guard confronted them. One suspect threw a bottle at them but missed. We're told a 16-year-old boy from Southeast faces burglary, theft, and an assault on a police officer charge. Police are still looking for more suspects in that case. If you have any information, you're asked to contact authorities. DC Fire says that 3 adults, 3 kids, 1 dog are without a home tonight after this fire in Northwest. We're told this happened on 17th. Just before 3:30 p.m., smoke seen coming from a bedroom. That area on 17th Street was closed for that ongoing response. And the Washington Capitals will try to even up their first-round playoff series against the New York Rangers. Tuesday night, the Caps lost 4-1 today in New York. But DC News Now's Dave Laval shows us how fans packed one restaurant to not only watch the game, but also they're celebrating the team sticking around for a little bit longer.
The Washington Capitals trail New York 1-0 in the best-of-7 series. Still, fans have reason to celebrate as their team is back in the playoffs after they sat out last year. There's plenty of good food and spirits to be found at Tom's Watch Party in Navy Yard. There's also one thing on tap you won't find on the menu.
Let's go, Cavs!
Capitals fans turn out en masse to welcome their team back to the playoffs after a one-year break.
Go Caps! This town is vitalized by the Caps, so we're pumped.
I'm fired up for the Caps. There's always a chance with Ovi in it. Caps going all the way. We love them.
Let's go Caps!
This season has also been arguably the team's most turbulent. As owner Ted Leonsis announced late last year, he wanted to move the Caps and Wizards to Alexandria. Those plans collapsed in late March as Leonsis announced both teams will remain at Capital One Arena. With major redevelopment and revitalization plans to Gallery Place Chinatown along with the deal.
They're a DC team. They should be in DC. They're Washington. Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals.
The Caps dropped Game 1 in the series. Still,
Hockey, unlike a lot of other sports, the 8 seed can upset the 1 seed.
The Capitals will need to do that as they seek their first Stanley Cup title since 2018. New York hosts Game 2 Tuesday night as the scene then shifts to the district for Games 3 and 4 Friday night and Sunday. At Capital One Arena, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
There's still some time out there, Dave. All right, in our next half hour, we'll have a recap, highlights, and more. But we want to get over to your weather forecast with Scott Sumner standing by. Scott, yesterday, gorgeous, a little chillier today, but I know we have some cold advisories tonight, right?
Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, we'll get into that in just a second here, Ben. 52 degrees, partly cloudy skies seeing outside as we look at Reagan National Airport in the background there. Now, you see a little bit of frost there on this background, but we're not going to see it here in D.C. We'll see temperatures drop down to about 40 around 6 o'clock and then head right up into the middle 50s by mid to late morning. Where you will see some frosty conditions are to the west of the district here. There is the Beltway Freeway. You can see this is the I-270 corridor. This is 66 heading west. The light shade of blue color here is the frost advisory, meaning temperatures will get down to about most likely 34, 35 degrees. Further west than that, across, of course, the Shenandoah Valley, we'll be seeing temperatures down at freezing because there is a freeze warning in effect. Then we'll start the day and the week off on a dry and sunny note after the chilly morning. We'll have some midweek showers built in, and how about 80 degrees? If you didn't see my 7-day forecast at 6 o'clock, you got to stick around. I'll have I think, a fairly decent one for you coming up.
All right, some good news there, Scott. We'll take it. Meantime, opening statements in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial begin tomorrow. The final jurors and alternates were seated on Friday. An appellate judge rejected the former president's latest bid to halt the case. Trump previously has complained the trial is keeping him off the campaign trail and complained about a gag order that bars him from publicly criticizing witnesses.
Gag order has to come off. I should be allowed to speak.
Some of the things that defendant Trump has already said, I think would have gotten an ordinary defendant held in contempt of court.
And the prosecution says Trump has already violated the gag order, pointing to posts on social media, lashing out at two key witnesses, former lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen and adult film star Stormy Daniels. The way sports are played around Northern Virginia may soon see a changeup. Prince William County leaders are considering advancing plans for a massive $140 million indoor sports complex. This is what the proposed facility would look like in Woodbridge, a complex that would feature hard surface courts for basketball, pickleball, and space for conventions and other large events. A hydraulic running track would also be installed for track and field. We're told this will be the largest venue of its type in the region, according to county supervisors. Meantime, the head of the county's Parks and Rec department told us the complex would also allow the area to cash in on sports tourism.
Currently don't have a facility of this size that can accommodate the large competitions that these leagues and clubs and high school teams engage with.
The county currently has until May 18th to decide if that project will move forward. We're told it could open in 2 years. Turning now, if you have a child between 18 and 20 years old looking for a summer job, they may be in luck. As our Kevon Dupree reports, Montgomery County is hiring young adults to help make sure that businesses that sell alcohol actually check IDs.
The county is looking for people age 18 to 20 to go undercover into bars, restaurants, and stores like this one behind me and attempt to purchase alcohol.
All right, if I could just check your identification, please.
Trying to prevent illegal alcohol sales to people under the age of 21 in Montgomery County.
This is the compliance check program that we do, and specifically when the county pairs up with a police officer and an underage volunteer to go into the stores to make sure they're compliant and checking IDs.
ABS's community outreach manager, Radia Geary, says they do this program every year because it's effective in keeping the community safe.
We issue the license, but we also have the charge to be able to enforce those laws. And so this is a great way for us to be able to use it not just as a way to make sure that the businesses are compliant, but also to educate the businesses in case there's a violation.
If an establishment is caught selling alcohol to an underage shopper, they face several consequences.
The business itself would get a $1,000 fee for the first offense, and in the second offense it will be $2,500. For the employee that sells the alcohol to the under 21 minor, they will get a criminal citation.
Oak Barrel and Vine manager Keith Gilday says his store has several measures in place to ensure they don't sell to underage customers or anyone using a fake ID.
We have a lot of scanners behind the registers, so we kind of view the ID, we kind of look at it, match it to an ID book to make sure it looks like it's got all its symbols and everything, and then we scan it in there, and usually the scanner will identify if it's fake or underage or anything like that, and then we politely deny the sale if that's the case.
Montgomery County ABS says their undercover shoppers are paid $16.70 an hour, and the application for the position can be found online. Reporting in Gaithersburg, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Well, thanks to Kevon. Local leaders are reminding Virginia lawmakers to, as they call it, properly fund Metro, working on a new budget. The chair of Fairfax County's Board of Supervisors says local governments cannot keep up the state's funding promises. His message to Governor Youngkin: let the state pay for Metro. One of his amendments to the scrapped budget would force local governments to cover the extra money the state had pledged to pay. That includes almost $100 million from a trust fund with the Northern Virginia Transportation Commission.
No way local governments can alone absorb that cost. I don't think we ask for a lot, but when we have a metro system that is benefiting to the state to the tune of $1 billion a year, asking at this point in time for $150 million to sustain that system is not a very tall order.
And Virginia leaders expect to reconvene May the 13th to create a new budget. Meantime, tomorrow is Earth Day. Folks all across the DMV will pay their respects, if you will, to the environment in a number of ways. DC News Now's Haley Milan has the scoop on how you can score a free ride.
Yeah, a few different modes of public transit are being offered for free in an effort to cut down on cars on the road. Montgomery County is offering free rides. You can use Ride On Extra, Ride On Flex, and Flash all day tomorrow on Earth Day, free of charge. And Montgomery County Department of Transportation says all residents are encouraged to take public transit to reduce their carbon footprint and to relax and let someone else worry about the driving. The Maryland Transit Administration is also free all day tomorrow. That includes commuter buses, light rail, and MARC trains. We've got information about all the free rides you can catch over on DCNewsNow.com. In studio, Haley Milan, DC News Now.
Still